Your AC just died in the middle of a Houston summer. The house is getting hotter by the minute, and your family is uncomfortable. And someone just quoted you $18,000, $22,000, maybe even $40,000, and you're wondering, is this normal or am I getting ripped off? And here's the thing. Most homeowners have no idea how much a full HVAC replacement should cost. The information isn't readily available. So in this video, I'm breaking it down for you. Real numbers, real scenarios, and what actually drives the price. So you know if a quote makes sense and you can make the right decision with confidence. Hi, I'm Dr. Toya. I'm an OBGYN turned HVAC company owner, and along with my husband, a 10-year Air Force veteran and licensed HVAC contractor, we run the General Heating and Air, serving Cypress and Katy. And every week, we do these videos answering real questions that Houston homeowners ask, so you don't have to spend time doing a bunch of research. So subscribe and follow along. Today, we are answering the biggest question of them all. How much is this thing going to cost? Let's start with the straight answer. In the Cypress and Katy area, a full HVAC system replacement can cost anywhere from $9,000 to $45,000. Most homeowners land somewhere between $14,000 and $22,000. Now that's still a big range. Before you react to that number, here's some context. Your HVAC system is the single biggest energy user in your home. It controls your comfort, your humidity, piece of your health, and your monthly utility bill. So this is not just a purchase, it is an infrastructure decision. And the reason prices vary so much comes down to what you're actually getting. The biggest factor is the type of system you choose. Not every home needs the same system, and not every homeowner wants the same outcome. Most HVAC systems fall into 3 tiers. Entry level is for simple homes, rental properties, and basic performance. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. Mid-range is the most common. Better efficiency, more consistent comfort, strong long-term value. And this is where most homeowners land. Premium gives you maximum efficiency, zoning options, lower energy bills, and better humidity control. Now, entry level is not bad, and premium is not always necessary. We see a lot of rental property owners go entry level, not because they're cutting corners, but because reliable, straightforward performance fits the property. Focus on the outcome you actually want, because the wrong system, even if it's cheaper, often costs you more over time. If one quote comes in $8,000 cheaper than the others, the natural reaction is, am I about to overpay elsewhere? But the better question is, what is missing from the cheaper quote? Here's what could be going on. You may be looking at lower quality equipment, cheaper upfront, but a shorter lifespan, higher energy bills, and more repairs over time. You may be looking at a poor installation. Bad install can cause hot and cold spots, humidity problems, and early system failure, and you won't see that in the quote. The number one factor that determines if your system will last is the quality of the installation. There's often missing things from the scope, like fixing your ductwork, electrical upgrades, the proper system sizing, and those things don't disappear. They just show up later. And some contractors skip permits altogether. If that backfires, you may be the one held liable. So what actually makes your system cost $14,000 versus $22,000? Here are the biggest factors. The line set is the copper lines that connect parts of your system. If those need replacing, it adds several hundred to over $1,000. Ductwork is one of the most overlooked pieces. Fixing ducts can add a few hundred to several $1,000s, but it can completely change how your system performs and your health. Electrical work matters too. Some new systems need panel upgrades or new wiring. Then there's access. A tight space or rooftop unit means more labor and more costs. And proper sizing is critical. A system that is too big can cause humidity issues. Too small and it can't keep up. That's why doing a load calculation matters. And upgrades like a smart thermostat or zoning can boost comfort and efficiency, but they add to the price. If it feels like HVAC got way more expensive, you are not imagining it. What costs around $8,000 5 years ago is closer to $14,000 or more today. 3 main reasons. New efficiency laws means that systems are more complex and more expensive. Material costs have gone up. Copper, steel, refrigerant, all up. And skilled labor costs more because good installations take real expertise. And this trend is not reversing anytime soon. Now let's talk about how homeowners usually pay for this. because most people are not writing a check for $15,000 on the spot. And the good news is you don't actually have to. There are options. The most common path is monthly payments through third-party financing. That turns a big number into a manageable monthly bill. A home equity line of credit, or HELOC, often comes with lower rates and is a great option if you have equity in your home. Some homeowners use it and pay the balance off during the 12 to 18-month promotional window. It's a real good option, and that can work like short-term financing with no interest. And some companies offer a small discount for paying by check or ACH transfer, and it's worth asking. But there is no single right answer. The best option really depends on your situation. Here's the part that completely changes how you may think about this. Let's say a system runs $15,000. With financing, that usually lands somewhere around $150 to $180 per month, depending on the term. But consider this. If you're replacing an old system, your energy bill usually drops. In a typical Houston area home, that savings is about $25 to $40 per month. So the real math looks like $160 per month minus about $30 in energy savings. That puts you closer to $130 per month net. Break that down, and you're about $4 to $5 a day to keep your home comfortable year-round. When you look at it that way, it's not really a $15,000 decision. It's a daily comfort decision for your home and your family. Let's run through a few quick questions homeowners usually ask. What does the average system cost? Around $14,000 to $22,000. Does insurance usually cover this? Usually no. Only if damage was caused by a storm. Can I just replace my outdoor unit? Usually not recommended. Does a bigger system mean better performance? No. Oversized systems can short cycle, meaning they turn on and off quickly, and that can cause humidity problems. How long should a system last in Houston? About 10 to 15 years, and that is shorter than national average because of our climate. And when is the best time to replace? Before it breaks. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. The real answer to what does it cost is it depends on your home. And the only way to know your real number is with a proper evaluation, a load calculation, and a full inspection of your system and your home. If you're in Cypress or Katy and you want a clear picture of what it will cost to replace your HVAC system, click the link in the description to schedule our complimentary system replacement estimate. And if you're still researching, watch our videos on how to choose the right HVAC contractor. Replacing your HVAC system is one of the biggest decisions you'll make for your home. And between the Houston heat and the humidity and rising costs, it's not an easy decision, and it's not one to guess about. So now you know what it should cost, why quotes vary, and what actually matters. And if this helped, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm Dr. Toya with the General Heating and Air, commanding comfort and clean air. I'll see you on the next one.